They're from different walks of life, but they have a common interest, which is visual arts.
With all pleasure and with great hopes, for a bright future for our young men and women, young artists, I hereby declare the show open.
Senator Chris Anyanwu declared the Lagos Zone exhibition of Life in My City Art Festival open. 30 entries came from young artists in the metropolis, and a jury selected the best 19.
For the first time, entries were submitted through online, and that created some teething problem, and that is understandable. So the entries we had from Lagos is a bit low in 2017.
They employed different techniques in the execution of these works. They adhered strictly to the theme in the midst of realities.
I titled this piece in Riajuaye, Life's Destination. If you take a very good look at this work, there are actually two sections, the lower section and the upper section. The lower section is indicated to be those for the poor, while the upper section is indicated to be those for the rich. Two people were born into Zuwa at the same time. One person was born at the upper section, that person at the lower section. There are two different lifestyles. The person up, he has a lot to lose in life. What am I saying? Because the person is actually there. The work he has, or he or she has, is to do what? Maintain the position that he or she is. Unlike someone who's actually born with nothing, he has a lot of work to do. Imagine him growing, he or she growing from this point to this point to this point to this point. Now, this section here happens to be a crossroad. A crossroad in the sense that if he or she loses focus, he could find him or herself down at this lesser point, or if he stays focused, he could find himself growing further and getting to the promised land.
The title of this artwork is Story of My Life. Basically, what I'm trying to interpret by doing this work is the struggle or my own personal life experience, which is why I sought to use the pencil and the charcoal medium to draw this portrait. And usually this style is called hyperrealism. And as we all know, hyperrealism is like the kind of art that pays attention to details and rather interprets the subject matter in a more naturalistic and realistic approach. I decided to use this particular subject matter to interpret myself when I'm going through some series of reading for my school exams and stuff like that. So I make it rather more emotional.
This piece you are seeing here is titled Sing O Bare. It is actually a married woman that has been in marriage for several years, looking for the fruit of the womb. She has sought so many solutions to her problem until she met this old man who she explained her ordeal to, and this man gave her a solution that she should go and get baby things. She got it, she believed she can get pregnant and get what she wants, and lo and behold, after a few months, she got pregnant with twins, and she delivered twins.
The title of this work is Turning Trash to Treasure, and what I'm using it to depict is the beauty of a woman. This is the portrait, the side view of a woman, why I use this to create the air. This calabash is hidden knowledge. I saw a group of people in my environment eating these granules and using it to litter the ground. So I now use that medium to sit down and think of what to produce or what to create with this.
I painted this piece. It's titled, I Can See a Bigger Picture. I want to see a fruitful Nigeria. In Nigeria where everywhere you see, in the banking sector, in the education, in the mining, everything should be working and be fruitful.
The guests are impressed.
Considering that these are not masters, these are still students, and they are able to do this, it just goes to show the great promise, in Nigerian art scene for the future. I'm very impressed.
I'm very amazed. I'm very excited at the quality of artworks on exhibition this year. 12
of these works will be selected for the grand finale in Enugu.
The jury will be selecting based on the quota that is allocated to each zone, and which will give us a total sum of 100 best work. And out of this 100 best work, we are going to be having what we call top 25 during the festival. And Life in My City will be responsible for sponsoring the top 25 artists to be part of the grand finale.
The top 4 will go on an all expenses paid 1-week trip to Dakar for the Biennale in 2018. This 11th edition offers a lot more.
This year, we are expecting His Excellency, the former governor of Cross River, Donald Duke, to be the chairman, Dr. Christopher Kolade as a special guest. The jury for this year is being headed by Kolade Oshinowo, the famous Lagos artist. Interesting programs have been lined up for the week.
Life in My City Art Festival is a week-long event. It's a major international art event that brings the world to Enugu.